Greetings, my beloveds, and welcome to my little studio sanctuary once again. It is lovely to have you here on a Wednesday. I am your host, Star Lotus. I am a Reiki master, crystal alchemy sound bowl healer and player. I'm a musician, a singer, songwriter, energy codes coach, and facilitator. And I'm just an artist of many forms. I do jewelry, I do makeup. I'm in the middle of building like a concrete bench, which is why I didn't come on last week. I had some creative projects I really needed to work on and I really wanted to get done, so I took a little break last week. I may come on every other week or I may still come on weekly. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm definitely still going to be offering these beautiful sound healings at least twice a month, if not 4 times still. So we have a lovely set and we have some energy to talk about today because we're still under that illumination of the Aries full moon. It happened on Sunday, but we're still kind of in that area. So I took some notes. Once again, I'm not an astrologer, but I really feel like this stuff speaks to what's going on in our lives. And so I like to touch base on this and get some notes and kind of put it all together for you guys so I can tell you guys a little bit about the energies that we might be feeling. So as we gather under the cosmic light of the Aries full moon that was on Sunday, we enter a potent threshold. This full moon in Aries closes out eclipse season, lighting up what's been stirring beneath the surface and inviting us to release, land, and integrate. Over the past month, we've been working on rewriting our systems, rethinking where we feel forced, rushed, or pressured to do more. The Aries full moon asks us, how do we want to emerge from that process? How do we move forward with integrity and not urgency? Often when we feel urgent or anxious, we instinctively fill our time or push outward, unconsciously avoiding the deeper shadows that we need to sit with and heal. The full moon energy brings those shadows into illumination. This is a moment to pause, to be honest with ourselves, and to allow what needs to be seen to surface. I have a little fuzz I'm feeling as I'm talking. Because Aries is a fire sign, the tone right now is about accessing your inner fire, trusting your unique process even if it feels quiet or slow. This isn't about proving anything outwardly. It's about embodying the I am from your core, rooted and clear. When you're aligned in that place, initiating or creating from here feels natural rather than forced. So it's like getting in touch with that signature vibration that we've talked about in past sound healings and like creating from there, creating from that inner space, from a grounded space. We also have the Aries Libra axis in play. How do we become ourselves through relationship? What do we choose to hold? What do we let go? And what boundaries do we now clarify? The eclipses have shown us where our trust is shaky, in ourselves, in the unseen, in connection. This full moon helps us land, integrating these lessons, releasing any residual emotional crumbs, and choosing what we want to carry forward. So, full moons are always a potent moment of release, and nearly closing this eclipse season, this one carries extra weight. Let go of any patterns or self-talk that you've been holding on to for the past 6 months. Drop what no longer serves, trust what naturally arises, what sparks, what feels like truth. Lean into your process, be okay with the void, and allow tonight's sound healing to help land, integrate, and reroute you into that I am. So I wanted to pause here and go into my little off-script moment, and I wanted to bring back this cycle of life and cycle of evolving. If you can see it, I'll hold it up. You see how it's like little circles going around, and they're stacked on top of each other into a spiral, and they're evolving. So the cycle of life and evolution, it's a circle. So we go through the circle and we start with the create phase. That's when we're really finding that spark, that creative flow. It's just coming to us naturally. Maybe we're starting a new business, a new relationship, a new creative project. We have a spark and we're creating and we're really excited about it. We're moving towards something in the creative phase and we're feeling that momentum. Then we come up to the sustain phase. And the sustain phase is when we're nurturing our project or our relationship or our new job, and we're reaping the benefits, we're feeling excited about it, it may be working out for us, we're sustaining something that we've created and we're feeding it and nurturing it, okay? And then once you're done sustaining something, you go through the deconstruct phase, which some of us have a little bit more problems in that deconstruct phase. That can be where if you weren't allowing yourself to trust, you might start fighting when something tries to deconstruct, whether it's a relationship, a job, a project that you have, it comes to completion. And if you're still fighting before you're letting go of that thing, you're going to have trouble in that deconstruct phase. You may get stuck there. It might take you a little while to get out of that deconstruct phase. And then after the deconstruct phase, once that project has served its purpose, you've allowed to let go, you may go into the void. And the void is a place that I want to talk to you guys about today, because in the void, it's stillness. It's uncertainty. You're not quite sure what's coming next. You're not quite sure what's around the corner. I feel like a lot of us are in the void right now. And we may be in different places. There's a lot of these spirals going on at the same time. We may be in different places with different things in our life. We may be like in a deconstruct phase in one area, and we may be in a building phase in another area. So these are going on in different places. But sometimes we find ourselves in the void. And I feel like after this eclipse season, after so much has come up and this full moon's illuminating anything that's left over, anything that we need to shake off and that doesn't serve us anymore, anything we need to move, it's like we get into this void where it's kind of like you can't quite see what's coming around the corner yet. And some people will get scared of that, and they'll panic and they'll stay in that deconstruct phase. Like, I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm scared to let go. I'm scared to move forward. Nothing's ever working out for me. Like the here I am again. Oh no, here I am again. It's the same pattern. It's the same situation. How did I get here? But you have to realize that you're seeing this from a new perspective. Like every time that circle of evolution goes up, you're leveling up and you're seeing things from a new perspective. You're a completely different person handling the situation from a higher level of understanding and a higher level of your soulful self. So if you're in this void phase and you're using this moment of uncertainty and realizing even though it's uncertainty, it's also unlimited possibilities. There's so many things that could happen that could just be right around that corner that you can't see. So we're trying to quantum flip and not get stuck in this like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm worried. I'm scared. And we're trying to trust. We're trying to trust our process. We're trying to trust that everything is happening for us. And this void is a place where we can dive deeper into ourselves. We can dig back those layers. We can get really true about our essence, what we're looking for. We can peel back layers and do that deeper healing. So I had a couple of questions that I wrote down, and one of those is, where was it? I wrote a lot down. So in that process of letting go and in that process of getting into the void, with all these processes, you can take it to the body, because you know we work with embodiment with these lessons a lot. So with all these processes, you can take it to the body. And like with the create process, you can think of when you were creating something and you can go, okay, where in the body did I feel it when I felt that spark of creation? You can say, okay, where in the body did I feel that safeness of sustaining something and nurturing something that was working out for me? And then there's also, you know, where in the body am I struggling with the deconstruct, letting things go? And then there's like, where do you hold? What do you hold on to, and where do you hold on to it in the body? You know, so it's like asking yourself, like, where is this? Like, where in the void am I, and where am I feeling the void in the body where like, oh my gosh, I should be doing something, but I don't know the next step to take, and trusting that your process is coming, that creative spark is going to happen, but knowing that you can't force it. So we're going to work with that embodiment today, because like I said, through this eclipse and this full moon coming up, there has been a lot of upheaval. There's been a lot of releasing going on and digging deeper into yourself. So I think it's really important to take it to the body during this time, whether things are going good or whether things are going a little rocky, taking it to the body and embodying the feelings that we're having and working with it with that breath. So let's ask ourselves where we might be holding on, where we might be able to release, and where we're feeling it in our body when we think about releasing. And let's take that central channel breath in from 2 feet above. So we're taking through the nose, slow it down, slow your breath down by like 2 times. Into the belly. Then the upper lobes of the lungs expand up, and then slowly, slowly exhale. 2 feet below, listening to your breath, making your breath that ocean breath. Exhaling 2 feet below, really belly button to spine, get all the air out. And then slowly, slowly breathing back in from 2 feet below. Slowly, slowly, where are you holding on to things? Where do you need to release? What areas are you feeling shaky in? Where are you feeling triggered? Where are you finding circuitry issues? Because when we feel into the body and we embody and we see like when something's going on in our lives, where it's hitting, we're working with those circuitries. There's like, it's like a sign that's like, hey, you're feeling anxious or you're feeling upset or you're feeling angry or you're feeling stuck. Like, and it's like, hey, here's a complete road sign to where it is in the body and where you need to work on the circuit so that you can have that flow of energy flowing so you're not in that shaky, distorted torque field, so your torque field can flow because, hey, those experiences are coming to you to show you exactly where to do the work. So let's breathe into them tonight. Let's really expand into those places, breathing 2 feet above and 2 feet below. We're going to be connecting that legacy chakra with our soul purpose chakra. We've got a low G and a high C. So we're working with all of these chakras. So we're breathing in from 2 feet above and 2 feet below to connect those chakras in the system, and we're working with all of that energy, and we're going to get that flow going amazingly. Ooh, right before I came on, I got so thirsty. I just wanted to drink all the water, and I was like, chill out, you don't need to drink all the water right now. All right, so tonight, and let me make my voice sound a little bit better. There we go. All right, so we're going to introduce the bowls now. So tonight we're going to be working in the key of C sharp. That's the one that I decided to pick for tonight. I felt like it really resonated. So it connects deeply with the endocrine system, helping to bring harmony between the physical body, our energetic body, and the inner flame that fuels our life force. C sharp is a powerful frequency for grounding into the body, helping us feel present, centered, and embodied in our own sacred timing. And that's the thing, you can't rush the void. You have to trust in your timing, you have to trust in your process. You have to trust that things are flowing in your life, and that's where you make that quantum flip, where you know that things are happening for you, and that endings bring new beginnings, and that everything is flowing the way that it should, and everything is happening for the highest possible outcome for all involved. You have to trust in that. So, we're going to begin with the low C sharp. This is Violet Flame Aura. I was guided to bring this one in tonight because Violet Flame embodies the essence of transmutation, a perfect reflection of Aries fire energy. It helps us clear away old energetic residue, burn through patterns that no longer serve, and rise renewed like a phoenix from the flames. As we integrate the eclipse season's lessons, this bowl anchors us into the body with courage and clarity to transform from within. And then we have our balancing this, we'll move into the high C sharp Egyptian blue platinum, which resonates with the light body, the life purpose chakra, and our photonic structure support. This bowl carries a brilliant violet blue flame frequency, bridging heaven and earth. It lifts us into higher awareness while keeping us steady in our embodiment, helping us align purposely with the divine blueprint of who we're becoming. All right, and then we're going to also have F in platinum, which activates the heart chakra, the seat of unconditional love, compassion, and unity consciousness. This note reminds us that the heart is our true guide, the bridge between body and spirit, between Aries fire and Libra harmony. Here we open to giving and receiving love freely, softening any armor we've carried through the eclipse portal. Next, we're going to go into this low G sharp. I love this bowl. This one connects to the throat chakra, our center of communication, expression, and manifestation. The low G sharp lapis lazuli platinum works with the Earth star body, also known as the legacy chakra, grounding our voice and vision into physical form. It helps us speak and create from our soul's truth, anchoring legacy consciousness through what we share with the world. And then we have our middle G sharp, which is grandfather, mother of platinum, bringing us ancestral wisdom, balance, and stabilizing energy to our communication. It holds the wisdom of those who came before us, supporting ease and grace in our expression so that our words and creations carry the resonance of truth and love. Together, these tones C sharp, F, and G sharp, Weave a bridge from the body to the heart and the heart to the higher self. They help us to honor our process, ground in our energy, and embody the calm, steady flame within that I am presence we explored earlier. I also decided to throw in an extra bowl, so I want to do a little binaural to balance tonight's sound healing. So we have this beautiful C sharp with violet flame, but then we also have this beautiful middle C bowl in malachite platinum. So I love the malachite platinum because platinum's an all-over healer, and malachite resonates with the heart chakra. So we're kind of like grounding ourselves in that loving vibration, and we're balancing that loving vibration with transmutation. So I think that's a really beautiful little combination here for this nice little binaural. Absolutely gorgeous. So as you listen tonight, feel these frequencies harmonizing through your system, transmuting old patterns, activating embodiment, opening the heart, and aligning your voice with your truth. I invite you to rest into spaciousness, to breathe into your presence first. What feels like home of your essence? Where does your fire burn quietly, steadily, luminous, held? How do you want to approach your next chapter from a place of calm clarity rather than external compulsion? Let's breathe, let's open, let's allow the light to show us the way. So I'm going to bring in some beautiful sounds from Sichi Hollow in South Dakota again that I took while I was over there hiking. So we've got some rivers with some cicadas in the background, little babbling brook. So beautiful. So let's come into the space. Let's see where we may be holding on to some things that we want to release. Take it to the body. See where you're feeling it. When you're doing the central channel breath, breathing in from 2 feet above, deep down into the stomach, place your hand on your stomach. Make sure you're breathing into the belly and then the upper lobes of the lungs. Slowly, slowly, and then exhaling 2 feet below. Very slowly, slow down your breath. Exhaling and inhaling through the nose. And maybe when you're breathing, you feel a little tightness in an area. Maybe you have some physical symptoms coming up that you kind of feel like your shoulder's kind of hurting, or maybe your neck is a little sore. Breathe into those spaces. The body is speaking to you. Maybe you have a current situation that's happening, that's bringing up some stuff, things that are ready to be released. Breathe into that space. I want you to really feel the expansion. Give it a little hug with your muscles so that you can really feel yourself breathing against the pressure. I want you to feel like you're putting in a little work with that breath work. I want you to feel like, whoa, I'm really kind of like almost shaking when I get to the top, and I'm really expanding into it. Expand bigger than the body at the top of that breath. Really feel yourself expanding into the place in your body that this is showing up for you. Like I said earlier, it's a street sign pointing to you to exactly where you need to go to clear up that traffic jam in that body, get that circuitry back online. not a misalignment, it's a redirection. Anything that didn't happen was meant to redirect you into another path. And even if you can't see around the corner quite yet, trust that you are going exactly where you're supposed to serve the highest purpose for all involved. Peeling back the layers and coming closer and closer to the Big belly, big heart. Releasing anything left, all that energy. You can brush off your shoulders and brush off your arms, brushing off all that residual energy from these eclipses, getting rid of all that no longer serves you as a physical way, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Deep breath. Sigh of relief, knowing that all is happening for you and that your next creative process is right around the corner, right around the bend. And it's going to serve you in ways that you only imagine, ways that you've been manifesting, filling your cup. Take another deep cleansing breath. Brush off that energy. Get some stretches in right now. Do some twists. Your neck from side to side. Roll your wrists and your ankles. Feel how the body feels after taking some time. Knowing that wherever you're at in your process right now, it's okay. It's exactly where you're supposed to be. Trusting in that process. Not rushing, not having urgency, not feeling like you're getting left behind. Knowing you're exactly where you should be, waiting for that next creative spark to come your way. Building those circuits in the meantime. Taking whatever is coming up to the body and breathing into those spaces. Taking to the body how you're feeling after this. Noticing the changes in your energy. Maybe seeing what still needs to shift and taking that to the body. Like I said, patience for the process, as all is unfolding exactly how it is meant to for you and for your evolution. Seeing from a higher perspective of all things happening in your favor. I want to thank you guys for joining me once again and allowing me to serenade you on a beautiful Wednesday evening. If you enjoyed tonight's offering, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube or follow on the platforms. Give it a like, give the YouTube replay a comment and a like if you haven't already during the live. Also, remember, if you would like an in-person or virtual session, you can stop over by my website at starlotus.com, and I have descriptions of all of those sessions. And you can book with me. You can either DM me if you're on social media, or you can book and it'll send me a message on the website. I also do coaching. events with the sound bowls in my studio and do the private events in my studio as well. So if you're interested in digging a little deeper and getting some energy flowing in your life and your body, you want a little assistance with that, I would love to be a safe space to hold that container. And keep working with the breath work, because that's what's really going to move all this energy, that's really going to create the connectivity in your system, and that's really what's going to have you moving differently through your life, trusting yourself, and taking it to the body with that breath work. Every time you have stuff coming up, we're continuously evolving. We're never staying stagnant. We're always growing, and that's the beautiful thing about life. Sometimes we can feel like we're in a place where it's a little hard, but like I said, around the corner is always something coming. When doors close, doors open. And sometimes you have to release in order to move forward. So I'm wishing you all my love with this Aries Full Moon energy. I hope that you guys are doing amazing. And we still, like I said, have some of this energy finishing from the eclipse, I believe, until like October 21st. So really take the time to be and sit with yourself. Once again, absolutely lovely to have you guys here. I appreciate you so much, and I'm sending you all my love and blessings, and you got this.